So last weekend, I didn't report any weird news, and some of you were disappointed according to a few emails that I got. Well, today I'll be making amends, hopefully. I do apologize for not giving you what all you wanted last weekend.
Triple M Studios proudly presents the Weekend Weird Files, and here's your host, the weirdest one of all, Andrea Lee.
So let's get started. A woman in El Paso, Texas woke up to a literal bloodbath, but more like a shower. Anna Cardenas woke up to blood splattered on her ceiling, walls, her hair, and even her face. Apparently, blood from a neighbor in an upstairs apartment had passed away, and the blood seeped through his carpet, the flooring, her ceiling, and hit the ceiling fan, splattering the blood all over her bedroom. The neighbor who had died of natural causes was laying exactly above where her ceiling fan is in her bedroom. According to police, the corpse had been decomposing for 5 or 6 days. When maintenance came to check things out in Cardenas' apartment, they didn't believe her until they removed her ceiling fan and blood poured out. Yeah. And it ruined her mattress. Now Cardenas is currently trying to get the apartment management to pay for her damages, and some of her friends have set up a GoFundMe to help replace her ruined belongings. I can't even imagine waking up to something like that. That would just be terrible. You'd think you're like dreaming or in a horror movie and don't remember signing up for that. Well, in the UK, a woman was mortified when police stormed her home recently. Cara Louise said that she arrived home from school to see 2 police cars driving away from her home. So what caused all of this? A Halloween decoration was left outside after a party for her kids. The decoration was that of a body wrapped in trash bags and duct tape. And apparently neighbors got suspicious and called authorities. Well, imagine her surprise when 10 officers swooped in on her home. And fortunately, the police were able to clear the mom of any wrongdoing and press no charges after she explained what had happened. And her 5-year-old added that Halloween is his favorite holiday and they couldn't get rid of the body because he loved it. She does advise everyone to get rid of any props for Halloween after they've served their purpose so the same doesn't happen to them. And as you may recall, the same thing happened to a Texas man after his decorations were found to be questionable. Now, I have a question that pertains to our next story. How important is it to be popular on social media? Well, apparently a 28-year-old Florida woman thought that social media popularity was important enough to disguise herself as a teenager and attend high school to promote her Instagram account. The woman is accused of handing out flyers to students to promote her account while she was wearing a backpack and carrying a skateboard, all while recording her interactions with her phone. She allegedly told officers she was looking for the registration office, and then she was stopped a second time while she was handing out the flyers. Initially, she refused to leave, but later she left through a side door before she could be located by the officers again. Police identified her through her Instagram account and later arrested her at her home in North Miami Beach. She faces charges of burglary, interference with an educational institution, and resisting an officer without violence. So I guess she's like really popular now. Her name's out there. Not in the way that she wanted. And finally, a Belgian farmer made France a bit smaller when he accidentally moved a rock. And it wasn't just any rock.
Not just a boulder. It's a rock.
It was a really big rock. The substantial stone was always causing issues for the farmer because it disrupted the path for his tractor. Turns out that rock was a marker for dividing France and Belgium. He moved the stone 7.5 feet, making France smaller and Belgium bigger. It was first noticed by a local person who had explored the boundary earlier this year. The treaty establishing the border was first signed on March 28th, 1820. Now, there's been sitting there all that time, and this man just decides to up and move it. But anyway, authorities have reached out to the farmer, and as long as he returns the stone to its original location, he should avoid legal issues. Well, that's this week's Weekend Weird Files. I hope you found these to be a bit amusing. Have a great weekend, and don't forget to tune in Monday for an all-new full-length episode.